In voice industry, how important is learning editing through software?
See, editing, it comes into play when you're not recording in a studio. If you're recording in a studio, then a sound engineer does the editing for you. Now, if you're doing editing on your own, like you have a home studio, you're recording in say, a mobile device or with a system at your place, maybe a home studio, a little setup, then essential editing, like cutting off what you don't require or maybe trimming it to a right level, all these things will help. You don't need to go into the high-end stuff like noise cancellation or maybe adding effects to your voice. All these things need not be learned, but out of interest, if you want to learn, yes, then you can start doing productions also.
Okay.
But at the same time, if you know the basic edits, then even voicing, it's easier. You can actually tell the studio engineer that, yeah, I'm giving a take from this point to this point, which the other one you can edit off. So such kind of facility would be there if you know editing. Otherwise, if you don't know, then probably you have to record with a sound engineer.
If I do have a setup and I want to make it sound professional, so what would you suggest me to?
Okay, so what are you looking for, the right kind of softwares to learn, or do you want what all you need to?
What all I need to know?
First of all, a trained voice, a basic mic which can record well,
Yes.
to the specification of your clients, either in MP3 or say in Wave, essentially Wave for studio. Then a nice pop filter to prevent distortions. If you have a recording system which has noise cancellation, nothing like it. Then the basic idea of maybe Audacity or online editing software, some basic idea. This will take you to a level where you can send this to a studio for the remaining part of the production. Now, if you want to produce the ad yourself or produce the story yourself, then a little higher end of the editing software, maybe Audacity or Cubase or any specific software like Sony SoundForge,
Studio
those
One.
softwares. Yeah, Studio One. So in which you can add a music bed to what you speak, or probably trim off, fade out, fade in, add some effects. All these things can be done on your own. That will enable you to do on a next level. But if you're still progressing, then you need to know the details of how you do production.
Okay.
Then you can produce commercials or stories of your own. So basic idea, you will be able to produce, but you need some tweaking, which can be done by any sound engineer. Otherwise, you will have to go in depth into the production side.
How can professionals help find companies their unique voice?
Professionals helping companies finding their unique voice. See, the client requirements can be totally something out of the box.
Yeah.
Maybe they need a funny voice or they need a serious voice. So the requirement would be sent to an agency where they say, we need this kind of a voice, a bassy, heavy voice, or maybe someone who sounds like so-and-so, maybe Morgan Freeman or Amitabh Bachchan or Mohanlal, Mammootty. So that's the kind of query the agency would get. The agency is the one who decides, okay, this is a voiceover which can be done by so-and-so. So if you have your voice sample and your taglines and all those things in place and given to an agency, they can decide. Otherwise, usually what happens, it happens by, say, some friendly talk, and they say, okay, you sound nice, you be our company's voice. So such kind of haphazard things also happen. But on a proper level, a trained voice can deliver the brand name and tagline in much better fashion than anyone else.